Good morning, friends. I'm finally here with my stuff to make some incense. Oh, sorry. My blind dog keeps walking back and forth, and she's walking under the tripod, so I don't know how many times she's going to hit it, but yeah, she's one that won't go in the pen. Chloe. Jeez. Anyway, so it took forever for me to find my spice grinder. I have boxes and boxes of things that haven't been unpacked yet. I lost tons of my witchy stuff in the move. It's there somewhere. I just gotta find it. So anyway, we're gonna do, you guys all know how to blend and burn loose incense, right? It's just mixing spices, maybe some essential oil, and putting it on one of those little charcoal discs, or adding it to the top of a candle, you know, that type of thing. But today we're going to try to make cone incense, and I don't have any benzoin, and I couldn't get out to get any. So I have xanthan gum, any type of gum, gar gum. There's one that begins with an M, and I can't remember. Maha root, something like that, or maha bark. I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to look that up. I'll share it with the group and post it. But you need a binder essentially, or you could even try like a tapioca powder or like cornstarch, anything that gets very sticky, but that will burn. So, so I have a little bit of xanthan gum here, and you just need a touch because, see, just a little tiny bit, and I'm gonna just add it to my bowl, and it gets very slimy, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a shot. Oh, I don't want that. So here I have raspberry, all right, rosemary, there we go. And I'm just gonna do a handful of this, and this, let's see, probably a tablespoon. I'm just gonna make a little bit. Yeah, a pretty full tablespoon. And, oh well, I can't get that one in there. And then I have some dragon's blood resin. So I'm gonna see if I can find like itty bitty baby chunks to put in. I don't want to grind it too much because it will heat up and then it will melt all over the incense grinder, or the spice grinder. So anyway, we're gonna do, we'll do a little bit more, probably another tablespoon of that. Okay, so here's my dragon's blood. Then I have lavender bud. Let me just get this back in here. Sorry, I should have measured out all my stuff ahead of time. And it doesn't need to be exact with this. Whatever makes a good like paste or a dough. So some lavender bud, and that's probably 2 tablespoons. And I have lavender essential oil and rosemary essential oil, and I just use whatever my health food store has. I don't do the doTERRA, and you know, I don't know if anyone's any better than the others. That doTERRA stuff is super expensive. It's crazy. So excuse the grindage, but we're gonna grind. You want to grind it up super fine. All right. So you'll get, oh, here come the doggos again, 3 of them. You'll get a nice fine powder. You just want to add that to your bowl. And this grinder I got at a Goodwill. You don't have to go out and buy a new one. It's simply for herbs. So, and to clean it, I put very coarse sea salt in there with a little vinegar and just grind it all up. You could do ice too, but the salt picks up more of the essential oils from the herbs, so it doesn't, you don't transfer one recipe into the other, you know. But this was just a Goodwill. I think I got it for maybe $5. So, all right. So we have our powder in the bowl. We're gonna add 4 drops of the lavender. 1, 2. It comes out so slow. 3, 4. There we go. And then the rosemary. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ooh, it smells good in here. All right, and then this is seawater. When I go visit my daughter, I go to the beach and grab some ocean water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do 10 drops at first and see how it goes. So you just want to blend, blend, blend. And you're going to get really messy. No, that's not going to be enough. I can tell already. Let's add some more. We'll do another probably 20. I'll just do a dropper full and then blend this. So this is my earth honoring incense for this week's prompts. Uh-oh. Now my dumpster's being emptied. Really? How is this okay? Never fails, right? When you start a video, the whole world explodes. Makes you not able to do anything, right? So we just persevere. Just keep going. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's here. Oh, we're getting closer. I've added like 4 things of the ocean water. I think the xanthan gum is soaking it all up. I think that's what it is. The benzoin is much easier to work with, but alright, so that's 6 dropperfuls of water. Maybe I added too much xanthan gum. And the xanthan gum you can either get online, of course, or sometimes in the gluten-free section they have xanthan gum. It's used a lot in or gargum too. They sell it in the market in the gluten-free section. A lot of times you use it to bake gluten-free things, so because without the gluten you have no stickiness. See, it's coming together, slow but sure. Guys, stop. Okay. I think one more plop of it and we'll be good. See how it forms into like a ball? I want it a little more malleable so I can shape them into cones. Now you can make big cones or little cones. I have not tried to do sticks. I mean, I suppose you could do, like if you split a popsicle stick or something. Or even, I wonder if you could use like a pine twig, you know, outside. You'd have to let it dry first, of course, but that might be good too. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See, it kind of sticks all together. Then you just form cones. And I like mine, oh, probably a teaspoon size. I'll try to get it up to the camera so you can see. See what it is. Come on. There we go. All right. So here's one of the cones. It's not as pretty as the ones in the store, but at least you know what's in them, right? All right. So I just have a piece of parchment paper here. And you're going to let these dry out a lot, like 2 weeks in a very dry environment. Which is pretty hard here in New Hampshire right now because we're so humid. But so mine might have to take a little bit longer to dry. But in theory, they'll dry in 2 weeks. You could set them out in the sun too. That would work. It won't work for me today, but or maybe later. Looks like it's clearing off. And like I said, they don't have to be perfect. They're uniquely yours. Here's another one. See? And they stick together really good with the xanthan gum, actually. I was kind of fearful that it wouldn't work as well as the benzoin, but I don't know. It's working fine. So, I have been working a lot with the earth this week. I worked in my garden yesterday, and of course you saw my earth altar. What else? Oh, I went for a walk down a trail down the end of my road. It's very wooded. There's a stream that runs along it, and I did a walking meditation. A meditation that, you know, you do with your eyes open and you know where you're going. And so I will I'll write that down and share that with you. It was sort of a journey into my special place, which is when I'm stressed or have like anxious feelings or something, I go to this special spot in my mind's eye that has a stream and a moss-covered path, and oh, it's just cool and wonderful, running water and birds, and it's just beautiful. So I will write that down and read it to you. I do better when I write things down so I can get my thoughts together. Sometimes it takes a while for it to come together because my brain is so scattered sometimes. I think I'll make this one a little taller. There we go. All right, so this recipe, I used just about a tablespoon of everything. 2 tablespoons of lavender. And it made like 5 smallish cones. So you can do a huge batch, one, whatever. So here they are, and I will let them dry, and I'll use them in my earth ritual that's later in the in the prompts. Yay! So that's it. And there's tons and tons of recipes online. Or you can do like I do and just pull whatever you're called to pull into your recipe making. And another one that would be really good would be the frankincense and myrrh gum and like a patchouli. Could throw some dragon's blood in there. That would be really good too. Some sage, eucalyptus, especially if you're having like cold or flu symptoms. The eucalyptus is really good to breathe. So you could grind up a ton of the eucalyptus leaves and put some gar gum or xanthan gum in, or benzoin, or that maha tree, something to bind it with. Add some water or essential oils to help get it together, and use that for like cold and flu, like aromatic. That'd be good too. All right, so that's it for incense, and I'll be back later to do that meditation. Today's all about filming, so this outfit is going to be seen a lot today because I finally feel sort of human. So, all right, blessings, guys. Bye.